we'll get it clearly that it is very, very dangerous to our health. As we know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in the glorious Quran that وَلَا تُلْقُوا بِأَيْدِيكُمْ إِلَى التَّهْلُكَةِ, that you should not put yourself in something that will harm you. And based on experience, I am a traditional medical practitioner. Based on experience, most of the patients that used to come with especially problem of erectile dysfunction, during the diagnosis you will find out that most of them are in excess of masturbation. So here is a research done by Maulana Abdullah Ismail. He make mention of all this. He mentioned about 20 physical harms on masturbation, and I will read them out for you so that everybody will hear it very clear. Maulana is saying physical harms. Undoubtedly, masturbation causes physical harms. Nevertheless, medical science has proven that masturbation is a cause of number of diseases. Among them are, it weakens the sexual organs and creates partial loosenings in it. So that is why you will find out your penis will be very, it won't be strong because of the act of the masturbation you have been doing. Secondly, it weakens the nerves generally, a result of the exertion caused by this action. When your nerves are weak, especially the one of your hands, the one of the penis, the one of the brain, you will find out that even with your studies activities, you can never be focused. You may see that before you can read something 3 times and you will be okay with it. It will catch on your brain, but later on you will find out now you are reading it up to 20 times. Why is it? So when masturbation have effect on your nerves, it can cause this. Harm number 3, it affects the growth of the limbs, especially the outer part of the urethra, which is duct through which urine is discharged from the bladder and the testicles. Hence, it does not reach the limit of its normal growth. Harm number 4, it creates seminal spermatic inflammation in the testicles, which causes quick ejaculation of sperm. You will find out after you get married, you can't pass more than 2 minutes having sexual intercourse with your wife. So you see, these are just some of the effects, and we have experienced this effect practically. Most of the people we consult, they tell us this. Point number 5, harm number 5, it causes pain in the vertebral column, the spinal column from which semen is ejaculated. The pain creates crookedness and twisting in the back. It is something to be surprised that a small guy who have not gotten married will come and be telling you, I have back pain. What brings the back pain? What brings the back pain? So this masturbation will kill you before your time. Harm number 6, it causes some limbs like the legs to shake and shiver. What this point is trying to say is that it's directly like you will start to be facing some signs and symptoms of paralysis. There was a patient who came to me. He was confused that his hand is shaking. I now told him this is a sign of brain disorders. I now asked him, after which I discovered that it is masturbation which has caused this effect. So at this your young age, you call paralysis to come near you by yourself by doing masturbation. So it is better to avoid it. Harm number 7, it creates weakness in the cerebral gland of the brain, which in turn weakens the power of perception and reasoning. Similarly, it leads to the weakness of memory. Harm number 8, it weakens the eyesight and reduces its normal limits of vision. This one is also very viral. Many of the people who do masturbation mostly experience this eyesight and memory loss. Although according to research, in 100% of men, 75% or 90% do masturbation. So how can we avoid it? Point number 9, it causes a person to become old before time. It causes a person to become old before time. You will find out a person of 27, 28, 29 years having this white hair in his hair. Among the reason is this masturbation. Among the reason is this masturbation. We didn't say that it won't just happen because of nature. Yes, it do happen, but mostly it's because of masturbation. Point number 10, it weakens the very delicate and fine nerve and veins of the sexual organs, resulting in sexual impotency. It results in sexual impotency. So after which you have gotten married, you will be continue to be struggling on you want to get married. And we have made more research and assumption and observation on this point, on this harm of masturbation, which results in impotence. This is a book written by Al-Hussein bin Abdullah Abu Ali al-Ma'ruf bi Ibn Sina. He make mention, though in the context he was not talking about masturbation, but he talks about some of the method which let me find out the place. He was discussing on some of the method in which sex is done, which in most time the people that are doing masturbation also do it in that way. Because at most time, when you sleep and the sexual arousal came, then you will now use your hand to win it. So he make mention, even not in masturbation, even with your wife, for a man to lie down like that on the bed to be refreshed and then you want to come, it can cause impotence. I can't find the exact place. I will have read it out for you. Now, this is what he is saying. وَلِلْجِمَاعِ أَشْكَالُ رَدِيئَةٍ مِثْلُ أَنْ تَعْلُوَ الْمَرْأَةَ الرَّجُلِ فَذَلِكَ الشَّكْلُ الرَّدِيءُ لِلْجِمَاعِ. Now, sexual intercourse has a pattern which is very bad. He now gave an example that, for example, a woman should come on top of a man. He said that this is one of the radi, one of the worst or mumuna of the. So this is, I don't know the exact word. So this is what Ibn Sina is saying, and you will find out that in most time when you will do istimna, this is the exact position people used to do it. So not even for you to do it in istimna, even with your wife, it will cause harm for you. So it is very, very dangerous. Harm number 11, it causes an excessive loss of sperm by way of nocturnal emission. When a person is entangled by this masturbation, you will find out that he will be having most of wet dreams, which will lead him not only these physical harms, will even cause some sharia, that is religious harms. Because when you have wet dream in the night and your father or your mother or your brother knock on your door, go and make subhi prayer, can you make prayer with that your wet dream? You have to do what? You have to do? Janaba what? Yeah, Janaba. So you will find out that the subhi prayer, you will not get it in congregation. So it harms your sharia, that is religious side. Harm number 12, it decreases the natural resistance of the body, which causes body weakness. It causes body weakness. This one is also very common. A person who do it frequently, especially if someone do it very frequently, he must find himself with body weakness. This is a compulsory. You cannot escape this. When you are doing a masturbation, you will find out your body will mostly be weak. Harm number 13. It causes harm to the 4 principal organs. Though to me there are 3. It causes harm to the 4 principal organs, as Maulana mentioned here, in the body. That is the heart, the brain, the liver, and the stomach. When it affects your heart, you will find out that you will be having much of waswas with you. You will not have focus on everything. This is a sign of which it affects your heart. And when it affects your brain, as we mentioned earlier, you will have weakness of memory to remember something, and even when you are talking, you will be combining some things that you're supposed to talk and some things that you're not supposed to talk on it at that time. So masturbation causes this. This is a sign of which it affects your brain. But when it affects your liver, you will find out that you will not be going to toilet every day. A normal person is supposed to go to toilet every day, every time in the morning, around 7 to 9. When you are not going to toilet every day, especially at this time, it's a sign of that masturbation you have been doing have started to affect your liver and stomach, which will lead to indigestion at most times, especially when you do it immediately after you eat food. Harm number 14, it decreases the natural animal heat in the body, heat which straightens the soul and body. That is hararatul ghariziyah. This masturbation decreases this natural heat, which will directly also lead to body weakness and the weakness of the vital organs. Harm number 15, it causes an excessive loss of blood. Did you know? It causes an excessive loss of blood, masturbation. Remember, it takes 80 drops of blood to produce 1 drop of sperm. It takes 80 drops of blood to produce 1 drop of sperm. So when you do masturbation and you just release the sperm, you waste it. And for your blood to get another sperm, it will take 80 drops of blood to create 1 drop of sperm.
Don't forget to subscribe.